the hardware design. To me, the SSD really is the key to the next generation. It's a game changer, and it was the #1 ask from developers for PlayStation 5.
Level 857 Video Game Podcast.
Sony to roll out SSD storage expansion and unlock higher cooling fan speeds for the PS5.
Yes.
I know you don't like technical stuff because
disrespect.
You know what though? This is all right. This is all for you, man. Because I'm.
So
me
let me tell you my
personally,
experience.
I
All right, so I have the PS5. Let me tell you my experience with the PS5 and the hard drive.
Mm-hmm.
So apparently it's like 600 gigs, a little more than 600 gigs that they give you to download these games
Mm-hmm.
on a 1 terabyte hard drive, and that's what you get out of the box. And if you see games, if you play something like a Call of Duty or something like that, and you download all of their stuff, it's 100 gigs plus.
Yep.
200 gigs even.
Right.
And it's one game.
Yep.
So if you get, say you got Madden, Reggie's gone.
Reggie's gone.
We lost Reggie.
We lost Reggie.
No. I'm still here. I was about to grab a drink, and I thought I would keep getting without anybody seeing, but I guess you guys
No, it's
right
all right.
away.
That's fine. But just say you had, say you're a common player and played just Madden and Call of Duty,
Right.
And that took up 450 gigs of this hard drive.
Yeah.
And you went to download something like
Final Fantasy.
what other game that they have for the PlayStation 5?
Jay's like, help me out here. I don't know what they have. What is it?
Yeah, exactly.
What games do they have for
Say it was
PlayStation?
NBA. Say it was NBA. I'm
They
just
got no
saying,
games.
it's just saying what other thing they would play because they're not going to play Demon's Souls. So if they've got NBA and that's another 100 gigs, that's the whole hard drive.
Yep.
And they cannot play anything.
That's awful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
And then-
fucking terrible.
And then you go online and it says, "Oh, there's a new download for Call of Duty Zombies." Again, what am I gonna do with this?
Jesus Christ.
So my experience with the hard drive, I have an external hard drive, and you can only put PlayStation 4 games on there. You can't put PlayStation 5 games on an external hard drive.
Really? Why?
Yeah.
Wow.
But the PlayStation has so much problems reading my hard drive that I had to disconnect it. I put 4 terabytes worth of games on there for PS4.
Oh.
It took you a few days.
Yeah, it took a week. It took a week to get on there. Like, it was ridiculous.
Jesus.
And when
lot.
I have that, when I have it installed, it glitches out the system constantly.
Yep.
So the firmware update that they gave it, I don't know if it fixed it or not. I had to unplug it and just say, forget it. I'm not playing any of those. I'll move it to the hard drive when I want to play something off there, maybe, because it has a hard time reading it.
That's what you get when you deal with an inferior console.
Yeah, I know. I mean, the Xbox, man.
No, that's what you get when you get a console at launch, man. You're a beta
That's
tester.
never been a problem.
You're a
you.
beta
Building.
tester, man. That's,
I know
you're,
that.
you got the, you got
But that's
the
never
problems.
been a problem.
And that's what's
But-
good. That's good, though, because you're telling the people now the problems about the system.
Well,
So wait.
it's a major
So
problem.
just
Well,
wait
it's
to buy it.
It's a new console
So I'm
during
guessing
COVID.
Xbox does it better then
Well,
when it comes to that?
what's that?
Does Xbox do it better than when it comes to that?
Not quite yet.
Nah,
Not
I'm
quite.
just
Okay, so
I'm
they're
just
both still in
joking.
the same boat then.
Yeah, I mean, as far as putting the games on an old hard drive, the games are made to be read off of the faster hard drive, so they have a problem reading off of slower hard drives. You could put the old systems games on there.
Because it's proprietary to the new.
You got to have an
system,
SSD
so, yeah.
that's specific for that.
But you'll run out of room if you put the old games on there and everything. So, like faster.
But I haven't heard of any problems with an older hard drive on the Xbox Series X.
Not yet.
Right.
Not yet.
Okay.
About reading it and moving it to it. And they said you can actually store, I think on Xbox you can store your game on there, but you can't play it on there.
I think you can play it on there, but you just can't play it at the optimal, like with the optimal visuals.
Yeah,
and
optimum
stuff.
speeds. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
correct us in the
Well
chat. I'm
done.
sure you will. if we're wrong about that in the thing, they'll tell. Like, you don't even know. That's what we heard. But the PCIe 4.0 M.2, that's what you need
Yes.
for the PlayStation. It's a little
card.
It's a little microchip you put in the system. There's an empty slot in there, and it wasn't actually compatible with anything during release until now, which they announced that there will be some. I mean, certain companies said, okay, try this in there, it should work.
Right.
But Sony themselves haven't said that because they haven't charged you $400 for theirs.
Right.
So they don't want to say anything else works.
They love doing that.
That's how much it's going to be?
No, it's gonna be like $250 probably.
Okay, kind of like Xbox.
It's like the Xbox.
Yeah.
Xbox at least has a little drive you could plug in,
Yeah.
which is still like a memory card, and
It's easier to
it is, but
it's easier.
It's gonna be expensive as hell for
Right.
all of these
You
things.
right over there?
You still got to screw it in though.
Yeah.
There's still no.
No,
Oh,
it's
there's
a
no
memory
screw
card.
for them.
It's a straight up memory card.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about for the PS5.
Oh, PS5, you got to open that shit and put it
Yeah,
in.
you have to.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
an
yeah.
internal, like with the screw. You got to,
But they said a potential firmware update is expected soon that'll enable those hard drives to work on here efficiently. And when they release some that are compatible with it that are cheaper, like 150, 100, that's fine. I don't care. Right. I want 2 terabytes, whatever. You don't got to go crazy. 4 terabyte, maybe. But those need to drop in price. They're way too high in price right now for what it is. And to only have 600 gigs of hard drive space when there's 200 gig games is pretty bad when you think about
That's
it.
That's insane.
And you better, like, listen, we didn't do this because there's only like 3 games you're going to want to play right now. So you're going to put those in your hard drive and then don't worry about it.
It's like 2.5.
How you got to have 2.5? Come on.
2.5 games.
But they said they're going to unlock a higher cooling fan thing also for the speed of it. Because obviously if it's running more internally,
it gets hotter.
They don't want it to burn out. So, I mean, that's fine. As long as it's not an airplane. They said it's still going to be it's pretty silent. If you have the right one.
Saru says the only console worth getting is a PC engine. Throw everything else away.
Of course, Saru was a PC engine.
Right.
That's right, man.
Chuck it in the bin.
Saru, did you get the one from Analog? Did you get the new one they have coming out, the Duo?
The Duo.
I think he pre-ordered that one.
I'm pretty sure they should probably give him one.
Yeah.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Because he is the PC engine dude, right?
Yeah,
there.
man.
Yeah.
So if you didn't get that, you better get that somehow. You better find somebody when they get it in the mail. Follow those trucks.
Follow those trucks.
People are doing it for PS5. They were like, "Yo, what's in that box there?"
I don't understand the hype for it, man. I just
it's
don't
insane
understand.
to get. You still can't get it because it's
ridiculous.
It's still $1,200 online.
So it's not worth it right now. People need to chill, relax.
Listen.
Can you wait? You know what? They should have waited.
June 10th.
Do they
all
want
I got
Miles,
to say.
Do they want Miles Morales that bad?
Dude,
Final
listen to
Fantasy.
this.
Get it.
Do you remember
June 10th.
Do you remember the launch? Right? What was it? November?
This is not new for systems. I'll tell you in a second.
No.
Go ahead.
Let me just say real quick. I'm just saying. Do you remember it was launched in November?
Yeah.
And we had a discussion whether it was is it going to launch in November? Is it going to launch in 2020?
Said it should be.
And
ready.
I'm like, I don't think it's going to. I didn't think it was going to launch. And I honestly think they shouldn't have launched it.
Give it a little bit more time.
They shouldn't have launched it, man. I think they should have waited. Think they should have waited.
The thing is,
it doesn't matter though because they're still making money.
I mean, people are very vocal. People are very vocal online nowadays. This has happened all the time. Every first year of every new system, there is not a smooth transition to games.
Never.
People have to make games for this stuff. When Nintendo 64 came out with 2 games and only 2 games, no one said anything. They said, "Oh, Mario and Wave Race." They loved it. They shut up for months.
Yep.
And
well,
no one
the thing
said
is,
anything.
it's all about that magical release title. If,
But
you
it
don't,
was
if
two
you don't
games.
have that magical release title that you're going to be playing for the entire year till everything else comes out, that's when it's worth it.
That's when
like
it's worth
Breath
it.
of the Wild for the
Yes.
Switch. It doesn't matter what else came out for it because you're going to be playing that for the entire year.
And that didn't
Miles
co-
Morales, Demon Souls, and whatever else is for it is not worth it right
This
now.
is
That's a
this
good-
is opinionated though. This is
No.
for a person's opinion.
No, this is fact.
For certain people,
The
those
fact-
games. Listen, let me finish.
Oh, it's okay. Go ahead.
For certain people, those games are well polished AAA games that take way longer than even a Mario 64 or something to beat and play. And engrossing experiences are for your opinion.
Well,
Some people don't want that game. I'm saying, doesn't matter what game it is. It could be, okay, we have Halo. We have this. Okay,
Can I say one thing,
That's no. Let me finish. Hold on.
okay.
So
when you finish.
So I mean, obviously, you want a flagship title,
Yeah.
which is made by the company to come out with the system.
Yeah.
That's not to say another game made by another company isn't as good as that game, but honestly, you have to wait. Like when PS4 came out, and it had Infamous, and that came out way later. It wasn't even a release title. That was the only game that year that people said, "This is what PS4 is worth having." Like, and it's because it came out from Sony.
Infamous?
Yes. This is a real thing.
Second Son. I remember that.
I
yeah.
had to buy Call of Duty Ghost, and I hate Call of Duty. Like there was no games for that system, and there was nothing. So the first year, this is all I'm saying. First year for all these systems is not the year to buy the system if you're not willing to be a test rat. Like this is to buy the system to say, okay, people want this, and then the games will come.
I don't think that applies to every system. though.
Exactly.
Yeah, I
No.
don't think that applies to
Can
every
I
system.
say
For
this one
most
thing?
of them.
I'm going to say this because the Switch was released in March. Every other console that you just mentioned was released in November, December, right? Those launch because they want to get it to the Christmas season. They want everybody to buy it then. The Switch did it the right way. They did it unorthodox. They did it like out of the box. They released it in March. They were like, all right, we're going to release this shit We're gonna have a fucking an expo where we talk about all our games. We're gonna have people come in and try out our games. Breath of the Wild launch title. That's it. That's a system seller.
I remember
right
that
was
trailer
amazing.
because everyone's like, "What is coming out for the Switch?" And there was really nothing. And then they
Right.
said, "Is it going to be released now?" And they said March 20. Oh, and everyone
Yes.
went crazy. Like that is
Yes.
No, it's not saying that's not a good thing.
That's
And
like,
that
that's
was
a
a
good
launch.
thing.
That was a launch where it was like all of us have a Switch. Each and every one of us have one. We all bought it at launch. We all got it.
Nope.
Well, I didn't get it. I didn't get it unless I waited a little bit for it, but I did eventually get it the same year that it was launched. So that year that it was launched, we all eventually got it.
No, I waited for Smash.
Oh, you
But
did?
as far, I mean,
I didn't.
Okay.
I haven't even played Breath of the Wild.
listen, Breath of the Wild for me wasn't the title that everyone says it is. That's just me. Like I said, that's opinion. But there was other games. Nintendo did it correctly. They had multiple games that came out over the span of that first year, which was good enough to say, okay, we have something
Cover
to
down
play.
pretty much.
And they had thousands of games a week. Like they do it different. Their indie games are thousands of games a week.
Understandable. But
So somebody will find something to play in that. But these systems don't have it like that.
my thing was with the PS5.
PS2, PS3, PS4.
My thing was
all
with-
terrible first years.
Yeah, but they all released the same time. My thing was just saying it like with Nintendo releasing in March. Why couldn't Sony do that? They could have waited and just released it in March. They have the lineup. They have Horizon. It's like, you know what I mean? That's coming
They
up.
wanna
That's
space
a
out.
flagship title.
They want to space out their
And
titles,
I understand
'cause
that,
they don't
but
have 9
and
titles ready this year.
no, because of COVID.
Exactly.
So that I understand that,
Hey,
but
to
they
me,
could have waited for
it
that.
struck me as money grabby.
You
It
guys-
struck me as very money grabby to me
Yeah.
because it's like
Yeah.
if you're still working on a bunch of titles like Horizon, the God of Wars, and all those, and those are the flagship titles.
Dude.
Why the hell? Just wait till Horizon comes out and release it with that. You definitely will sell more.
Right.
It'll be worth it in the
Yes.
end, and you will have less problems with the PS5.
Yes.
They
Listen, the
wanted-
system is selling. The
They
system
wanted
is
the
selling.
Christmas money.
Well,
yeah,
they-
that's exactly what it
Come
is.
on.
No,
Yeah,
they
because
Christmas
Nintendo was eating
Well,
all that.
yeah, it's a money grab.
They're stuck in that
This is
mode.
the thing. When they have competition, Nintendo doesn't fear these companies. They come out when they want to.
No, they work on
They
their own
don't.
timeline.
But it's always
whatever the hell they want.
It's always been the same with Microsoft and Sony. If Sony's coming out with something, Microsoft is there. If Microsoft is coming out with something, Sony is there. So both of these systems, they couldn't say, "I'll give them the first year," because when they did that, it doesn't equal. It's not a good year for them. Like if Sony could have been like Xbox was first for a year, and they sold us shitload. That was the 360 times.
Yep.
And they did not want that company to have that year to build their titles because they could have because Xbox doesn't have any titles for a year. But it didn't matter if it came out this year or not. But they didn't know that Halo wasn't coming out. They don't want Halo to have a whole year to sell systems. And the fact that didn't, they said, oh, maybe we could have waited till March now or whatever. And they could have released it with Ratchet and Clank because obviously they wanted to. But they said, people buy Spider-Man. Who cares? So, yeah. And it's the pandemic, so people feel that, oh, I know why. They do this, but they do this every time they come out.
It sucks.
It's just a different atmosphere right now because people can't go out and nobody can get the system. And it's never been this hard to get a system.
And you know what's
ever.
crazy? You know what bothers me so much is just everyone just is so stressed about not getting it. Like it's like, what are you going to play that you need right now?
You can still get it on
Tell
PS4.
me what game you're going to play on the PS5 that you have to play.
Yeah.
That you have to
Yeah,
play.
yeah. Well,
Thank you.
pick one.
And
Well,
you can
people
get it
are
on the
mad.
PS4.
Pick one. It's not even like,
People are mad.
I gotta get that Horizon.
That you
I gotta
can't play.
get that God of War. It's like, no.
Right.
It's
That's
not
why
even
I'm-
out
no.
yet.
The
That's
first
why I'm
game-
so glad
Yeah.
that Miles Morales came out on PS4. I was like,
Yeah.
yo, I don't
You
need to get a
good. You
PS5.
good.
No, that was smart on them to do that.
Originally, it wasn't supposed to.
I know.
No,
But
that was
because
smart on them to
they
do
saw what was happening, and they said, "Oh, we're going to sell like a
The
million."
sales, they would have lost so much.
Oh,
money.
they would have been oof.
Yeah, they
Mm.
said we're
yeah,
going to sell
that's-
like a million. But the
that's money
fact
on the
that
table.
the reason when these get sold though, Spider-Man is getting sold with it. So it's like Spider-Man's a failure. It didn't sell like Spider-Man. When they get the system, they're going to buy it, and it has been proven that like it's sold. It's sold
They
2
bug-
million,
they bugging
and
with
like
that.
it's crazy.
They bugging with that.
When people
No, they're
get the
making their
system,
money. They're making their money.
Yeah.
I got it.
but they don't care how it's getting sold.
No,
they don't-
we know that.
They
But
don't give a fuck.
but
They
go ahead.
Oh, go ahead, Jeff. Well, I just feel like they got to get more of these systems in people's hands, though. I mean, right now you can't even get a
It's tough.
system right now, so it's like I don't know. It just feels kind of weird what's going on in this console generation of games. You know, I've never seen it to where
like this.
people can't get their systems months later like
Never.
this. You
For
know,
all the systems,
COVID.
for all of them. I just seen Switches come back after COVID just now.
right?
And those are
Switches,
gone.
I
Switches
feel-
you said
Oh,
have
yeah.
been out for a hot
oh,
minute,
they've been
right?
hard to get.
Before COVID,
No,
they
that
were
was
gone.
hard to get.
Yeah, Switches have been.
But
I just feel like they shouldn't have released them this year, man. They should have waited to this year. That would have gave some games
Yes.
a longer time to cook.
or they could have said,
And it would have been a better for both companies. You know, a lot of games would have been ready or whatnot, possibly. You know, but I just think they rushed it, man. Because a lot of people, well, I don't want to say everybody's still satisfied with it with the last gen, but you know, they want it to be done right.
If you're
not to just come out. And
if you're a diehard fan, like I am, you can see the differences. I understand why people don't want to see the differences because it is very good last generation. But I mean, yes, I can see why somebody would want the new system, and I'm a fanatic. The fanatic will see the difference.
Right.
It makes the old games faster.
Listen, when they show Final Fantasy, and they showed the difference between it, some people were like, I saw it on the computer, like you, and you said, I don't see no difference at all. But I played it. I see that. I'm going to play it again, and I'm going to stream it this time. But
God bless you. God bless you.
But listen to me.
No, I'm saying, God bless you. If you can find enjoyment, that's great. That's great. It's a great thing.
So people are angry that they have the Yuffie downloadable content only available on PS5. And that's the first thing.
Or
no, that part is going to be whatever, $10, $20, whatever it is.
Okay.
But the update of the game itself, if you have the original, is a free update to play the game.
They all are, right? Everything that you have that's updated, or okay.
Not everything. But the DLC for that is only available on the PS5 because they did not make it backwards compatible. And people are like, "Oh, I gotta find the system," and people can't buy the system. But that's the first thing that's going to get people to say, "I gotta buy the system because I want to play that."
First, and there's not enough out there, man.
No, but I mean that's the first thing. You have to have something to make people want to buy your shit.
I saw an article yesterday.
If it's available,
I saw an article yesterday. I swear to God, it went on my phone. It said PS5 available at Walmart, and then literally like 3 seconds. 3 seconds later, I click on the link, and this just said update
sold out.
I'm like,
why
what?
even post? By the time you hit send,
it was within seconds from me clicking the damn link. I was like, wow.
You just got to do a silent drop at this point.
I didn't even want to.
Well, the companies have to be able to bring that stuff out like to the store.
Yeah,
I don't care. Like I know they don't want people to line up. They don't want people close. They have to release this in a store where people can walk in and buy it.
Silent drop.
But they're going to try and flip it, though. And people are going to keep buying it and flipping it because they're making more money off it.
And they're going to do bundles.
It's a
and they're
shitty
do,
situation
it's
to try
bad.
to come back. Yeah, it's a
It's
shitty
bad.
time to be, like, especially during all this shit. It's
Listen,
like
because the
shitty
second they
time
put
to
it in the
come out
store,
with
I'll tell you what
movies.
happened. And this is, I know.
Thank God we have a backlog of games, man, because shit.
I feel like this is the topic today.
But
it is,
I'm going to end it real quick.
Yeah.
But the second they release it in the store, somebody's going to come in with 10 other people, family, friends, whatever, and it's like, pick up a system, pick up a system.
Wait in the car for 5 minutes. Wait for me to come out, and I'll pop in.
We're going to flip this thing and get 5 systems and flip them, get another system for free, sell the other ones. And it's going to be a constant as long as people are buying this stuff for bigger than retail.
It looks,
Just wait, buy it for retail, stop buying these things off evoltay. This is the problem right now.
Just wait.
The way the
can't
PS5 looks, it looks like if you buy too many of them, you could form a robot.
Let's form Voltron.
We'll form PS6 and 7.
I looked up
And our forms ahead.
I looked up the case from D-Brand, the black case. I just looked it up. I wanted to see if I can order one or whatever. It would be cool. And I looked it up. It said, "Oh, it's in back order. You will get yours in May." And I was like, "Dude, May
of 2022."
Yeah,
And not this year.
It's just 2 slabs of plastic. You're telling me I can't get this till May?
You could make it.
Out of your mind.
You can make it, Jay. You can make it yourself.
Yeah, I'll take some nail polish and fucking make mine black. I don't
Listen,
care.
man. All I gotta say is this: it's a good thing we have a backlog of games that we haven't played.
I'm glad I have it.
I'm glad I have a backlog because, damn it, man, we can all wait. We can all benefit from waiting. We can benefit from waiting.
Honestly, I'm glad I got my Xbox because I had a baseline Xbox.
Oh yeah, you had the old shit.
Xbox One.
I got a baseline.
You had the VCR.
Yeah, I had the
that's
baseline
it.
Xbox One, and everything is faster. It's. I love it.
Dude, I've been on my Sega Saturn kick for the past month.
There you go. There you go.
I'm chilling. Oh, shout out to Jedi Run in the
What
chat.
up,
What's up?
Hey,
It's
Jedi
my,
Run,
it's
man.
my Shining Force dude in the house.
Cheers, man.
In the house.
But yeah, I mean, for this, I hope that people can get this and put it in their system, and there's no flaws, and they can actually play games when the games come out.
And the fan speed isn't too loud. Like a
Listen, they put it up.
Airplane.
They put up with it on the PS4. It was an airplane, so
I have a base PS4, and I don't notice it.
no, there's some that are like an airplane.
Really?
No, my
Yes.
PS4 Pro gets loud sometimes.
But then again, I have like, subwoofer and the speaker and stuff.
Right,
so
Switch
it
is
kind of
loud.
like drowns it out.
You what?
Switch with the fan.
Switch with the fan.
Yeah, it's got like a loud ass fan sometimes.
What? I don't
The
hear
Switch?
shit when I play. I never hear
Switch?
anything.
The
from
Switch gets loud?
Yeah, man.
It's hard to even
Not
hold the
because
Switch.
you keep
It tries
losing.
to pull away from me.
You do a
Constantly.
hand.
What are you doing?
If you're playing
You
handheld
put it in
line
the
on
oven?
my couch, and it's like sometimes hear the fan go.
That's
I never even knew there was a fan in
Yeah,
the Switch.
dude. I didn't even. I've never heard the fan.
You
in
make
it.
it switch up. Right?
Would you put it in the oven?
Not-